Good morning. What I will be doing is that I won't run my entire PowerPoint presentation because the many of the things have already been discussed. What I want to say is that as my the previous speaker was speaking, I will give you the financial status of the West Bengal CSC that I had put in here. So I think it would be of relevance to you. Release revenue supports. On the basis of rollout submitted by the SCAs and with the guidelines issued by the DIT, the SDA has released total amount of it comes to 11 crores 68 lakhs 37,220 as revenue support for 14 districts from April 2008 to March 2010 for the CSC scheme. And these are the G2C services at present being given through CSCs. That you find that out of this only one G2C service is there, that is employment exchange registration. It started in February, it's month of February, and the figure is given up to 15th February. They have it's 27 registrations made. The main problem was that we had studied it. The main problem was that the CSC operators were not in a position. The training was given, 2 days training was given, but they were having some problem in giving actual services. So it was decided that we will be given again training, and while we start implementing the e-district project, a comprehensive training will be given to them. But this figure now the monthly figure for the it's only for the in 2 subdivisions. In 2 subdivisions of Hooghly, a pilot project was taken up. So it has found that on an average, I don't have the exact figure, but what I learned from, because I was director of employment also at that time, now I have shifted to IT. On an average, CSC is giving 5 to 10 only per month. It might be the reason is that one of the reasons is that in 2001, the government of West Bengal made it a 10-year registration. So the main revenue will come from renewal of card. It's not the new card. So we had calculated how much revenue the CSC will be getting. We found that the CSCs will be getting a good revenue if at least 75% of the new cards are made and the renewals are made, then they will have a good revenue. But it will start from 1st April 2011. So we had told the CSC people, the SCA, that you expect to earn a good revenue from the employment exchanges from April 2011. And we have, after taking the stock of our pilot project, the pilot project performance, we had decided, the Labour Department has decided to introduce it in another 30 employment exchanges. That means in 30 subdivisions of West Bengal. Achha. Revenue collection, that this is the most important thing that everyone has spoken. Revenue generation through CSC. You see that computer education has generated some. Spoken English courses, it is a great demand. It only indicates in the rural areas, it only indicates that the proper model of spoken English courses have not been developed. Otherwise, it would have been a runaway success. Considering the fact that politically it's a very, very sensitive issue in West Bengal. Then railway ticket reservation. You see that there is a lot of demand. Then the number 1 is payment of electricity bill. That is number 1. And BSNL bill collection is also good, but BSNL bill collection is not so good, I think, because the main reason is that in the villages the landlines are less, the mobiles are more, but in mobile also, mobile top up, the revenue generation is not so good, it should improve. And the insurance is doing better, paramedic insurance, and then revenue generation, insurance, again insurance, then you find some new registration of employment. I think this will go up, and Bharat Matrimony, Spice and Chakri, these are the few additional innovative services given. So what I think is that if we can't improve that or we can't give the G2C services, the revenue generation part of one part will be affected, because in the interior district, in the interior areas, G2 service demand will be very high. It will as you go away from the centers, city centers, the district centers, the subdivisional centers, the block centers, as you go away, it will be directly proportional to the distance, the revenue generation model. So G2C service we are expecting in West Bengal, we are expecting to introduce the G2C service in 2 districts, Bankura and Jalpaiguri, from the 2nd October, and let's hope that it will generate more revenue for e-district services. And regarding the what I would say that empowerment of telecentres or CSCs, I still personally believe, I was yesterday speaking, there was many of the speakers were not agreeing with me. I think the level of education is very important. One should not discount that the level of education that we can give. It may be that people were giving examples of mobile services. The mobile is popular even among the illiterate. But what she was telling, that just calling a person is a level of service. But whether that person is using his mobile, most of us use hardly 10% of the, even in a mobile, or 10% of the applications that can be done through a mobile. Below 10%. So, and you see the when people say that I know how to use MS Word or say Excel. Well, we know a very elementary thing. There are so many things that can be done through the MS Word or Excel. We don't know. So it depends on how much familiar, how much computer educated you are to avail this. So here also, if it has to empower people at the basic level, when a child is accepting everything, a child accepts whatever he sees around him. So it is up to the age of 15, 16 that a person becomes acceptable to any new thing. A child is always playing with something, and through playing he is learning. So that's very important. When the generation comes out that who have used computer even in the rural areas, in their schools, say at the 3, 4, 5, 6, then these CSCs can be really empowered them, whatever their economic status or whatever their caste or social status be. And the second point is that our websites and portals, the government websites and portals, are still not dynamic. We have to make it dynamic. For example, as I was speaking, that I have more experience from the employment exchanges than IT, because I have been there for 2 years and IT for 2 months only. That we found that the portal that we have does not give much of the career guidance. So career guidance for young people in the village, it would be a great thing if we can create a good career portal for them. content. The content, and at the same time it must be very dynamic. It must be very dynamic. But most of the time it is even in the NIC portal, the employment exchange, they are doing, the NIC people are doing. It does not give them many of the services, much of the services other than the registration. So that is also very important. He or she in a village, sitting in a village, should be able to utilize that portal in a very effective manner. And at the same time, if we give the other services from that, then they will be using it. It will be really, the empowerment will be there. This is what I have to say. Thank you very much.